Hey, good morning, guys. Today I want to show you 4 new roses that I picked up at Lowe's. Amazing buys. They were 26 or $27 a piece, and I was not expecting to find anything like that when I got to Lowe's. I was actually shopping for just a couple of small perennials, but let me show you what I've got. I need 4 more now to complete this new rose garden. I also picked up some solar lights to put along this pathway. I got those at Home Depot. It was $27, I believe, for the four pack, which was not a bad buy because these are the glass ones. Really like those. So I found 4 of the bloomable roses. These are by Star Roses. I found a sweet Mademoiselle. Let's see if I can find a fresh one. Looks like I need to water these. They're pretty saggy. This one's starting to open up. This is I don't even remember, Princess Charlene de Monaco. Kind of surprised to find this at Lowe's. Very pretty. And I think these are the places that I'm going to put them in the ground where I've got them set. This one is Moonlight Romantica or Romantica Moonlight. I'm not sure which word is first. I thought it was Moonlight Romantica, but it's worded as Romantica Moonlight on here. Yeah, they were $26.98 a piece. These are a little bit smaller blooms. Then down here I've got Raspberry Cupcake. This is a smaller one, so I'm going to place it in this spot. 4 feet high, 2 to 3 wide. The other ones are 5 to 6 feet, I believe. I'll have to go back and look at the tags. Yeah, $26.98. They were all the same price. So I am going to get these in the ground, and then I need one more for this area right here, and then one here, and then 2 between those. So that should fill out this rose garden. So I'm going to get these in the ground, and then I bought a few perennials to put out in my woodland garden. I'll get those in the ground as well. Look at this sweet spirit. Full of flowers, full of roses. My euphoria. They're doing really well out here. I think they love this area. My roses that I planted out towards the woodland garden on the west side of it, they just aren't doing good at all. And they've been in the ground for a year and a half now. Okay, so here are the plants that I'm also going to put in the ground. I have a Proven Winners Macho Fern. This is going out by my bench in the woodland area. And I have some Penstemon Bearded Tongue. I think this is the Cherry Sparks variety. Home Depot doesn't usually put the variety labels on their containers. Some Celosia and some Pentas. It says Violet. I don't know if that's the actual variety name. So I'm going to get these in the ground. That's going to go in a container and get my roses in the ground today. Also, look at this area underneath my crepe myrtle. I have been putting a lot of different things in there, like caladiums, fern, hostas, and let's go see what I've got. So, some coleus. Right here is Marble Mania, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, Marble Mania. So I like to propagate these by just basically taking a cutting and putting it in the soil, directly in the soil, which is what I did. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cuttings that I put in the soil, and I always have really good luck with them taking root. As long as I keep the soil moist, they take root, and these should be that size, I would think, in maybe 3 to 4 weeks. And my clerodendron doesn't have any blossoms on it at the moment. I've got some autumn brilliant fern on each side of this step. And right here is I'm looking at the name, Francis Williams hosta. And some caladiums, Carolyn Worlton. And I don't think those had tags. So I'm not sure what variety these are. No, I don't have a tag for these. This is a August moon. It's going to get really big. It's going to fill out this entire area right here. I think it's 40 inches wide. Let's see. 42-inch spacing. 20-inch height. So yeah, 42 inches wide. I planted this one the other day. This is a Proven Winners Caribbean Coral. I need to put keep the tags right there until I get these memorized. I don't know the name of these. They kind of look like the Blaze Caladium, but I'm not sure if that's the variety of those. Now, I do believe that these are Blaze. I have a Japanese painted fern right there. I pulled out all of I had some mondo grass that went around this entire rim. I left the 2 on that end, and then I left 2 on that end. I may take those out as well, but I just pulled those out so it didn't look like it was closed off back there since I've added on this area. Excuse me. I think this one is Twist and Shout. I don't know if I left the tag on it. I don't think I did. But I believe this one is called Twist and Shout hydrangea. It gets a tiny bit of morning sun. This is Blueberry Muffin, I think. Yeah, Blueberry Muffin hosta. It actually had already had some damage in the container when I bought it. So this was in the container, but they only had one, and I wanted this hosta. It's very, very pretty, kind of a frosted look. Try to find one that's, see, it's got that frosted look on it. It's really pretty. And this one gets 36 inches wide. So I think it's going to fill out this area that it's in. And then these are Candidum caladiums. I have to be extremely careful digging in this area because there is a water line that goes through here out to my woodland, and there's also a brand new fiber optic internet cable that runs from here, and it goes anywhere in this area. I don't know. I've just kind of taken my chances on digging, trying not to go very deep. All right, I'm gonna go get these plants in the ground. So I think I'm going to put these penstemon right here in this spot to kind of fill in this little gap. This one's missing several branches because the girl that was checking out my items placed my fertilizer bag on top of a box, and when I moved my cart to leave, it fell over and broke half of these branches, so that's why it's kind of looking scraggly. think they look good there. Considering some of the branches were broken off, they don't look very full right now, but hopefully they will fill out and take up that area. I think they look pretty right there. Now these are Gerbera daisies, Sweet Caroline. So these are a pink shade. I've got three. 1, 2, 3. And then this is a dahlia that I grew from a tuber. I don't remember. I think it's Crazy Love. Yeah, Crazy Love. So it's kind of a white and pink dahlia. And I had another one here, but for some reason the tuber just completely disintegrated. So I'll have to find something to go in this area as well. Now I'm going to put the pentas right here in this spot next to these Ocean Sally, I think it's called Ocean Sally Fun Blue Salvia. And then these are purple angelonias. I got those on clearance. I should have got more than 2, but I just picked up 2 of those. Now I have a tropical milkweed coming up, and I have one here still that's green in the base of the plant, but it's not showing any growth yet. I don't know if I'm gonna just pull that one out. I don't want to transplant that anywhere. I'm going to let it grow because I think the orange will be pretty amongst these shades anyway. And then I think I might pull this echinacea out right here and just move it over here because this coreopsis is crowding it out. And then I put the celosia over here. And this is not full sun. It says they need full sun, but these are just annuals, so they probably won't come back next year anyway. So I just want to put a little pop of color back here because it's kind of a dark spot and there's really nothing blooming right now. The only thing that blooms right here is the gardenia. And I do have some echinacea that I planted from seed 2 springs ago, getting ready to bloom. Then down here I have some more, I think these are pink pentas, some whirling butterfly gaura, and I just planted these and it looks like I forgot to water them. Big Kiss Mix Gazania. I need to water these, they're pretty dried out. So get these in the ground and then I will move on to the roses. All right, this is where I'm going to put the macho fern in that container right there. I've already emptied out. I had another fern in here from last year. I think it was a Boston fern that did not come back. And I've also recently put this hydrangea in right here. It's called L.A. Dreamin'. It has beautiful variated color blooms. Get this thing to focus. So this is a shade. I think it's morning. It could take morning sun, but it gets mostly shade. And this gets 5 by 5, zones 5 to 10. So far, this is what the colors are showing. I'm not getting like anything. I'm not getting any purples. This is kind of a periwinkle blue color. But this is a beautiful hydrangea. It puts a little bit of color back here where I didn't have anything before. So I think it's going to be gorgeous once it matures. So let's get that fern in the container. All right, I think that looks beautiful right there. Look how pretty that is. I need to put something in that little rabbit planter. I think that looks really pretty out there now. A new pop of color there. Nothing drastic. Those are peach Dalmatian foxglove that I grew from seed last spring. They've already bloomed. Very, very tiny plants. I did put some fertilizer on them yesterday. Hopefully they'll start putting on some growth. I don't even know. I don't know how many years per foxglove grow. I don't know if those will die and not come back. I don't know much about foxglove, so hopefully they'll maybe reseed themselves. I'm not sure. I heard that they do reseed. I'm not sure. Anyway, the pop of yellow looks pretty. I need to water those. Gazania. Sorry, Gazania. I need to water those in. Looking pretty bad. That's done, that little project. My poor looking rose garden out here, I don't know what to do. I've already tried to amend the soil around it. It's just they're not looking good at all. This one looks okay. This one is Twilight, no, not Twilight Zone, Celestial Nights. This one's pretty. It's got another little bud on it. My David Austin rose did do good. It had several blossoms on it. It's already done. I guess they'll put some more on, but the rest of these are looking really pitiful. Don't know what to do. It's the soil out here. I know that. My Parfuma Earth Angel smells wonderful. And then the Pentas looking pretty right there. And the Penstemon. Waiting for these Asiatic, no, these are Oriental lilies. And they smell, I like the smell. It's a little different, pretty strong, but I like how they smell. Okay, so it is the next day. I had other projects I did off camera and it just got too hot, so I didn't get the roses in yesterday. So I just did some quick video of putting them in. This is the raspberry cupcake. And then right here is the sweet mademoiselle. It's pretty droopy because it hadn't been watered, so I watered it in when I put it in the ground. This one is Princess Charlene de Monaco, and then this last one is Moonlight Romantica. And I need to trim off some of these old rose blooms. So I got the roses in. And then last night I stopped at Tractor Supply and they had their plants 50% off. And they're looking pretty bad, but I got a few plants to fill in some little areas as well. But while I'm at it, I'll do an update on that mama kitty I was feeding at that church. I brought her home last Saturday, so it's been a week. I brought her home and her 4 kittens. I have since given away 2 of the females this last week, and one. So I have 1 female left and 1 little male. The white and gray one is the male, and I'm going to keep him. If I can't get rid of the little tabby female, I mean I'll have to keep her too. But I'm going to keep the little male. He is absolutely adorable. They will be outside kitties because I can't bring them in. I already have a Maine Coon inside, and it's just I don't want that many cats in my house. So they will be my outdoor kitties, and I'm keeping the mother kitty. That's where I feed her to keep my other cat away. But I'm going to keep her. I'm going to get her fixed. She's a very good cat. She's so super tiny that the collar won't even fit her on the smallest, like tightened up all the way. It won't even fit her neck because she is so tiny. Let's see her. Hi, Mama Kitty. I named her Rosie. But look how big this collar is on her, and it's all the way as tight as I can get it. And I also named the gray and white male Oliver. I'm going to call him Ollie. This is Barney. He was my very first rescue kitty. I found him in the woods 3 years ago. He was pretty young. He was probably about the mama kitty's age. And I've had him. I have not gotten him fixed. I don't know. Shame on me. I probably should have gotten him fixed a long time ago. But I think maybe he was already trying to get her last night. And I hope not, because I don't want her pregnant again. Not this soon. So these are my 2 new babies, I guess, if I can't get rid of the tabby. Anyway, there's an update on the kittens. All right, we're going to go back out here to the Woodland Garden. These are the plants I picked up for 50% off at Tractor Supply last night. They're these little white vincas. I got 5 of those. Those were $1 each. And then I got 3 of these little French marigolds. They were $1 each as well. Just something to fill out that area where it's kind of an empty space. And my Oriental lilies have opened up. Look how pretty. Let's see, down here, I moved that echinacea yesterday from that spot. It was being smothered out. Looks like it's doing okay. And then I picked up these little petunias. It was $2 for this. I don't know, it says hummingbirds and butterflies, but it doesn't look anything like my hummingbirds and butterflies petunias that I bought. So let's see, I've got over here, I also put this twine. What is it called? It's not jute rope. I guess it's twine. I strung some around this tree so that my moonflower could weave its way up. And then over here I've got some little begonias. These were $1 or $2. Let me see. Yeah, these were $1 a piece. I don't even know what variety these are. But I just needed something over here to fill out this little blank space as well. So, and they need something that needed shade. So I think that'll look pretty good there. Got them for pretty cheap, so not a bad deal. Before I get those planted, let me show you the other plants I got from Tractor Supply. So I'm going to put this hosta here. This is a Minuteman hosta. I got this for, well, it should have been $6, but she gave it to me actually for half the price of that one. So I got that for $4. And I don't know which variety this one is. I got it for $4. Not bad at all. I'm going to put it in these places that I've got them setting. And then I got this Carex for $6. It's a Everillo. Let's see, Evergold, I think. Evercolor. Okay, Everillo Carex. I'm going to put that, I think, in the Woodland Garden as well. And then I got this white wedding hydrangea for $15. Now, I've had white weddings, and I had 3 of them and they all died. And really didn't want to take another chance, but since it was 50% off, I went ahead and got it. I'm going to put it in a completely different area than I had the other ones. So maybe this one will have a chance of surviving. Okay, I decided to move these begonias over to this spot right here. They were on the other side of those celosia, but I think I'm going to put them here, and I may go get a few more of them just to fill out a little bit more in the back section. And I may pick up a couple of things to stick over there. I don't know if I need anything in that spot, but I might if I see something that will look good there. But I do think I'm going to put these here instead and get a few more. Okay, I think that chartreuse color looks pretty good right there. There is a Sweet Caroline or Bear Daisy next to it. I don't see any growth coming off of the middle. It usually does flower a little bit later in the season. But I think that's all I'm going to do for this video. I will probably run to Tractor Supply and see if they have any more of those begonias. Fill that area in a little bit more. And then I'll get my hostas put in underneath the crepe myrtle. Thanks for watching, guys.